Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Barakateh Yahweh Shai, Barakateh Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash, Kal Halayim La Abanawa Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, great millstone who rule well, teach well. Peace, mercy, and blessings to the hopeful elect, brothers and sisters scattered across the four winds. It's your brother Yahweh Khan, come back through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai with his truthful Lord willingness be edifying. Just want to touch on something through the spirit, just according to something I just seen this morning. You know, Jake through. You know, our people, 2/3 of our people, they gone, revolted and gone, rebellious. All different manners of wickedness, but who is to blame? Who is to blame? Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken, also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. All right, and that's symbolic for Esau, Edom, destroying our people and turn them into laughing stocks, and he the one laughing at them, primarily. All right, we got these other heathen nations that's our enemies too, but Esau, Edom, so-called white man, all right, they the ones who got our people, they the ones who brought the drugs over here to Babylon. They the one who put the guns in the communities, all right. They the one they the reason our people like this, and it's all by design. But through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we overcoming this devil and his wicked devices. The setup that he got us in, all these snares he done laid privily. Let's go to that. Psalm 64. Psalms chapter 64, start at verse 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the... To that word preserve. Not to czar. To guard. Watch over, keep. So we want the Lord to keep our life from being in the hands of this devil. All right, to watch over us, to guard us. It says to preserve, guard from dangers, because there's dangers everywhere. We live in the valley of the shadow of death. The brothers here in Babylon the Great. So there's dangers everywhere. All right, so let's read that again. Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And that's talking about these secret societies and all these other elite secret groups they got. This all secret counsel. Woe unto them that seeketh deep to hide their counsel, and their works are in the dark, and they say who seeth us. Roughly paraphrasing, as it says in Isaiah chapter 29, because they do all this stuff behind closed doors, so to speak, in the dark. They not doing this stuff on mainstream media, putting these plans together. They not coming out with what they plan to do. Hold on, lately they have, all right, been speaking on the New World Order, but they not literally telling the people, like, yeah, we designed the famines, all right, we put drugs in all the foods, everything, a lot of things you eat is GMO. They not coming out with all of that. So Psalm 64 and 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, because they rising up against the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Native, and Seminole, and Latinos. All right, the 12 tribes of Israel, they rising up against us, the workers of iniquity. Iniquity is sin on top of sin, which is just pure wickedness. So we want the Lord to hide us from the things that they got planned. All right, verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword, meaning to sharpen, all right, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Bitter words. They said we will own nothing and be happy. You can't get around that. You can't take that. That's not a light thing. And it's not No coincidence they said that, and the prices on everything is going up. Because they wanted to get it where people don't own nothing, where we living inside of containers. Life-size containers, all right, plugged up to a machine. Like it's literally, they literally trying to turn life into how it was on the Matrix, where they was plugged up into them little things, and how Neo was the only one that came out. Like this is really, life is really like that. Which this is not really life. The only life there is inside of truth. Anything outside of this is death. He that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So all these people who don't got this understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, they just waiting to be destroyed. And only ones that can be saved are the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians. Anybody else, all right, so-called Chinese, any other nations, they ain't got no chance. Now, yeah, we got Israelites that might look like the heathen nations, Israelite foreigners, and that's cool. But the actual heathen nations, they don't have a chance at salvation. And anyone that's left over here on the soils of so-called America will be burned with nuclear fire. And all the elites, they going in the chains. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret. Key word, in secret, at the perfect. The perfect are the Israelites. Primarily the elect, the ones pushing his word. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They got all these snares and traps. Here it is. They put why do they make it to where you can see the transcripts on YouTube? They shooting in secret. And they fear not to try to demonize the truth and the men of the Lord. Start with the apostles and elders of GMS on down. Reading on, verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All these traps. Every day you wake up, we are in a trap, waiting on Yahweh Shah to come and get us. But through the spirit of power of the Lord giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, we know how to maneuver through this daily trap, this valley of the shadow of death, the valley of dry bones. We know how to maneuver through the spirit of power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua giving us this wisdom. Kawallah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. They are diligent, all right? These elites are diligent. At the left-hand side of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, look at the right-hand side, being diligent, all right? Exposing these devils with this truth. So you know it's a balance on the left-hand side. They just as diligent, which should make us be even more diligent in hopes of being saved. It says, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. The heart is deep. Here it is. Esau Edom created the nigga. All right. Esau Edom created the Puerto Rican, created the Mexican. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created the Israelites. All right. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Ephraim, Asher, Issachar, Naphtali, Gad, Reuben. That's who we are. But the so-called nigga and all these other cultures, the so-called white man created them. And look what stems from it. Look what comes from it. Death. Death and destruction to our people. The scriptures say the leaders of this people cause them to err, meaning to go off, to error. And they that are led of them are destroyed. Who are led of? Who is the so-called white man leader? The nation of Israel. That's why our people are destroyed. And the Lord said in the book of Hosea chapter 4, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because majority of our people don't have no knowledge of who they truly are. Our true potential as a nation. But the so-called, these devils, though, these elites, that's why they oppress us and hide it. All right. And the inward thought of every one of them is, and the heart is deep. Because it's deep how they stripped us from our heritage over the years and beat plantation Christianity into majority of our people. It's deep how they took it upon themselves to call themselves the chosen people and to go over there in the Holy Land and do all manners of abominations and still got the world blinded. This all, verse 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. And what's that arrow gonna be? Them nukes. Them nukes. These devils don't got long, and they know that. Hold on, let's go to this. Psalms 37. Verse 10. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Meaning, it's only so long before these devils are taken out of power, all right? It won't be no more America, the American dream, which you had to be asleep to believe in, all right? And we done woke up with this light. But it's all about to be gone. Verse 11, but the meek shall inherit the earth. Those who humble themselves, so like those who humble themselves down in the sight of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah and follow after this truth, repentant. Those the one who go ahead and inherit the earth, the elect, who we hope to be a part of. Read on, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. And we don't have no peace here. Our only peace is through meditating in the scriptures, being around brothers, like-minded brothers. Read on. The wicked plotteth against the just. All right, these elites, the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, plotteth against the just, the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, but they plotting against the whole nation. They trying to bring the world population down to 500 million. All right, and I remember the elder Karatazar out there in Vegas did a video not too long ago, a week or so back, where they tongue fell upon themselves. They admitted that the jump shot was killing more of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native, and Seminole Indians. They admitted that. So the wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So yes, they doing all of this, but the Lord only gonna let them go so far. The Lord only gonna let them go so far. So Lord willing, this was edifying. With that, I want to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rchakodash, Ka'Allah Yamlah Benawi Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rchakodash. To next time I say Shalom, wa Mawaf La Babor.